Hey guys, good evening. So this evening I just wanted to go through kind of like why I built a business of substance and why I decided to do that. So it's something that I go on about a lot, and there's kind of a reason. And last week we went to Dan Meredith's event and we saw Gary Vee, and he didn't actually mention the words business of substance, otherwise I probably had to say something. But he actually talked about the business you're building for, the business you're building for tomorrow. And you know what? It's kind of like been my ethos the whole way through. Actually, that's a bit of a lie. 2009 was a bit of a wake up call for me. So what I'll do is I'll go back a little bit and go through a bit of history with you guys. All right. So in 2005, I started my business, and first thing I did was, once I qualified, was went and worked in a gym. So I went and worked in Fitness First, and it did well. Quickly built up a good client base, built up to around 72 clients in Fitness First, which was pretty good. But we could only charge £25 an hour because the other PTs in the area in the gym kind of dictated what we could charge. So you couldn't charge 30, it'd be pointless because everybody would go for the trainers that were charging 25. So 72 hours a week at £25 an hour, you can see I was quickly doing well. I should say that I actually left a really good career as a critical care nurse. So I worked in ICU, CCU, post-anaesthetic care and that type of stuff. I left that. I kind of said to my wife one day that I'd like to do this as a full-time job, and she went, okay, go for it. And that's what I did. And so quickly built up this base. And the reason I talk about building business substance, why I talk about this so passionately, is because everything's going well. I'm doing really good money out at Fitness First. Overheads were really low. Rent was about £400 a month, so nothing massive. The ball ache was driving from North Devon to Taunton, which is about a good 90-minute drive there, and a good 90-minute drive home. So everything's going great. I was sitting at home one day and I get a phone call from the area manager, and he just told me that they were closing Fitness First in Taunton. And I was like, oh, shit. And then he said, we're closing it in 6 weeks. So basically, I was given 6 weeks notice that we were going to close the business. So, which was shit. Absolute shit, to be honest. So it took me a year to wind down them clients because I had to find a place where I could train the clients. So I rented a Pilates studio. So every day I was hiking all my kit across a car park to load up into this Pilates studio, train clients all day, and then hike my stuff all back and then do it again the next day. It was a ball ache. I remember turning around to my wife and saying, I don't know what I'm going to do. And she just went, you better pull your finger out and start getting clients locally. I had, at the time, 3 clients locally. That was it. One was a friend who I was doing a real good deal for, and 2 women locally. Wasn't charging a lot. Got to be honest, I wasn't. So anyway, when I wound all these clients down, I started building up here. So what I was doing, as I was taking clients away there, I was building there. So by the time I'd finished in Taunton with these clients, I was up to 20 clients locally, which was going well, and I was going around their homes. So again, pretty good, working out the back of my car, 20 clients. I could charge a little bit more now. At the time, I think I was charging about £35 an hour to go around to people's homes and train them in their homes. And again, I realised that I'd kind of capped my business because I could only do so many clients in a day, allowing for traffic, allowing for driving to their house, getting back and all that kind of stuff. So I needed to find somewhere. Where I could get people to come to. So I started using the park. I thought, I can base myself at the park. People can come meet me in the park. Which was great unless it absolutely pissed down, and then I'd get cancellations. So I'd end up sitting in my car for 2-3 hours and waiting for clients, and it was rough. It was shit. So again, I had another kind of like brain thinking, shit, I need to change this. This isn't working either. People aren't turning up when it's raining. So I found a very, very small room because I was only doing one-to-one. So I found a small room, and that kind of like started growing. Got up to 35 clients. I know all this off by heart, but up to 35 clients. So that was going really well. It was then that my wife said, I've just found this place that's going for rent. It's retail. It's on one of the main drags through Barnsport. We should look at it. So I went and looked at it. It's retail. The rent was quite high, which it's going to be because it's retail. Anyway, it was about 1,000 square foot. Opened it, took that on, and then quickly between 2000, no, yeah. So I opened that in 2009. So 2009, I opened that. I had quite a good, strong, solid base. I was roughly doing, and again, no bullshit, around anything between 70 to 80 hours a week. PT clients. Hold on. PT clients, which was hard work. And I remember talking to some of my clients and saying, when do you know it's time to expand? And we were talking, and he was asking me how much I made, and I told him how much I made. And he's going, that's really good money for what you're doing. And I just thought, yeah, but I can't take any holiday. I'm reliant on people paying their sessions. Like, so again, I was selling in blocks still in 2009. And then some friends of mine asked me if I would like to go to LA to a fitness business summit in LA. And I remember saying to my wife, I'm thinking about going to this event. She asked me if we could afford it. Because oddly enough, even though back then I was doing kind of good money, I never understood money. So what I mean by that is I'd make good money. I'd go, hey, it's all mine. And I'd spend it. Because, I don't know. There's probably a lot, trainers in this group that are doing exactly that. You're making good money. You're spending a bit. You're living a nice life. And that's what I was doing. All the time, having no fucking clue. So I went out to LA, met up with a few people, and awesome event. Sit down at this first event. There was a couple of things that I learned that day that completely changed my business. And these are the three things I'm going to tell you guys right now. If you're not doing if you're not having people on standing order or direct payment into your account every month, you are really missing out. You need to do that. This block session shit just isn't going to work, okay? It will kill you. It will suffocate you. You'll spend months waiting for money to come through. Honestly, get everybody on standing order. If any of you are a bit unsure how you do that, hit me with a message and I will. I'll show you exactly how we did ours. All right, so do that. The other thing I learned was you've got to spend money to make money. Now, that's something I wasn't doing. I was not doing spending, particularly on marketing. Didn't understand marketing. I had no clue, so I wasn't really spending. And the thought of spending money to get a client was like, I don't know. So that was the thing. And the other thing was, the guy that was running it, a guy called Bedros, asked, how many of you guys have closed your studio to be here today? So I put my hand up with a couple of other people up in the audience, put our hands up. He says, so right now you're here and you're not making any money. So that was the issue. That was a big, massive issue for me. So basically, he was absolutely right. But there's massive trust issues. So any of you guys right now are looking that you need to take staff on. I get what you're saying. You might be thinking, shit, what if he comes on board or she comes on board and starts poaching my clients and doing that? You know what? It's fucking hard. But you got to get over it. The way I had kind of worked it is, if my clients leave with this guy, go off with this new trainer, because this trainer, tries to poach my clients, they were never my clients in the first place. That means that I hadn't convinced them enough that I was the right person for them. So that's more my fault. Right, I can't really blame anybody else. And that really helped me kind of get past that stage. It did happen. We did get trainers in that tried to poach clients unsuccessfully, but they did try, and it didn't last long because I sacked them. But so that year, 2009, doing really, really well. Went off to LA. Thought I was doing really, really well until I went out to LA and realised what doing really well was. And I came back. I hadn't had a holiday in 5 years at all, because basically I couldn't shut my studio when I went off sunning myself. So I came back, put everybody onto monthly payment, which was just like amazing for me because I was getting regular money. I hired a coach, and that year I went off to the Dominican with my wife, all inclusive, and had an absolute amazing 2 weeks. And all the time I was making money. So I was in contact. Tom was the guy who was running my studio at the time. I was in contact with Tom, and he would say, oh, I've just signed this person. I've just done this. This person's just upgraded this. It was just like, it was the massive eye-opener for me. So right now, guys, if you're maxed out on your hours, and you just know that you just can't physically fit any more in because for whatever reason, because you still got to do your admin, you still got to do your family time, you still got to do you time, you still got to train, you still got to eat. If you're at that point, you're probably at that point where you need to bring another trainer in. And I have one massive tip for you. Hire slowly, fire fast. Simple as that. Bring them in, be really careful, go through all your selections, do your interview process, check references if you want to. But seriously, massively, I can't emphasize enough, guys, that you actually make sure you vet them. All right, you can't guarantee that you can't guarantee that they're not going to screw you over. You can't. But if you look after them and you get them on board, you know it works a lot better. Again, if you want to ask any of them questions, please hit me with a message and I will get back to you. If you're at that stage right now where you need to employ people, hit me with the questions and I will, help you out with that, all right? So, just likes just going across the screen. It's mad. So, no, I thought we lost us then. So 2009 was a massive eye-opener for me. The minute I put people in place, the minute I got people onto monthly standing orders means we could grow. We could now do double the hours. So I could fill this trainer up and I'd be full up. In between 2009 and 2011, no, I lied, 2013, between 2009 and 2013, my business grew massively, like ridiculously quick. 2013, I left my 1,000 square foot place and opened a 4,000 square foot facility with its own fully equipped gym. If you guys haven't already and you want to see what the facility looks like, I'll do a video and put it up here. Functional area, I now have, and we also have our second facility now. So between the two facilities, we've probably got about 12, 13 people working for us right now. So, it's going well. The reason I talk about the building of substance thing, so right now it's all tickety-boo. Trains are doing okay. We're doing okay. Business is good. I'm not gonna lie. It's really fucking good. It's better than I ever thought it would be. Our systems are the bollocks, like I talked about yesterday. I cannot emphasize how important it is that you get your systems right. And what I mean by that, guys, I mean everything should be tracked. And I mean fucking everything. So from birthdays to kids' birthdays to anniversaries to how often do people attend, what have they had, where are they in their nutrition, where are they in their training, how much money you turn over, what all your programs that you do, what's your autoresponders like, how many people, the whole thing, your Facebook ads. If you're not doing Facebook ads, by the way, start doing Facebook ads. But you know what? Hit YouTube and, just look at Facebook ads. Failing that, John Cusick or Amy Holland, hit them with messages and I'm sure they will help you out. Amy is just a fucking demon when it comes to Facebook ads. So everything that you do should be tracked. Why? Because it's going towards building your business of substance. Again, if you right now wanted to move out of your business, if you want to take 3 months off, 4 months off, a year off, can you do it? If the answer's yes, then awesome. You are doing so well and you are building that business of substance, and which is great. If you are not, then you need to put all them steps in place before you can do that. So, if I wanted to, I could move and out of business completely, easily. I wouldn't want to because I love doing it, but I could, and the business could carry on. My only thing right now that I want to change is I want to own my own building. The only thing that is, it's not really a big issue because I have so if my landlord turned and said, right, I want the building back, get out, it's not a big deal. There's the money, we've got all the kit, all it is. The only ball ache would be is finding another location as good as what we've got. That would be the only ball ache. Other than that, not really an issue. But I don't like that. I want my business built on something that I control, I own, I run, it works, I can walk away. And when I say walk away, I mean chill out, relax, have time with my family, and the business still runs in the background. Building a business of substance means a business that can provide for you, even if you're not there. A business of substance means that one that will provide you with an income ongoing, because all your systems, your sales systems, your promotions, the way you bring clients in, your sales pages, your Facebook ads, it is all systemized so you can actually step away from the business. Having somebody like you're a manager or somebody on board that you can bring on that kind of understands your business is massive as well. I'm really lucky. I've got a guy called Chris Reeves who is he's a bit of a legend, to be honest. He's been working with me about nearly 6 years, and that guy completely gets it. And if we're all lucky to find a Chris, I can say that now because I know he's not watching because he's teaching. But invest in people. I can't emphasize that enough. Invest in the people that you've got. Make sure that they know that you appreciate them, because that's another thing for staffing. Make sure you show that you appreciate them. I'm not going to go all like sad and girly on you right now, but appreciate them, look after them. It does make a massive difference. The other thing as well, guys, is don't think of your business right now as it's okay right now. So if you're a 25-year-old trainer right now and you're doing really well and you're thinking, I don't need to worry about this shit, yeah, you fucking do. You need to worry about this shit right now. If you're a 30-year-old fucking trainer and you're thinking, shit, I've got a family, I've got this, just a second, I've got a family, I've got all this going on, then you definitely need to start working on your business substance. If you find yourself, you're a 46-year-old trainer and you haven't sorted that shit out yet, it's not too late, but yeah, got some work to do. I can't emphasize enough how important it is that you take this shit seriously. Don't get into arguments on Facebook posts about somebody's fucking kettlebell technique or whether somebody should eat broccoli or not. That's not your concern. Your concern should just be you and your business. Is your business strong enough? Is your business doing what it should do? I just think to myself when I see these arguments on Facebook, I think, seriously, what's going on with you? You know what I mean? Have you got nothing else to do? Then they can get caught up in fucking arguments about whether broccoli's good or not. Okay? Concentrate on you. Do what's right for you. Do what's right for your business. Put the things in place that will make sure. Right now, if you're not got clients on regular payments, get them on fucking regular payments. And I mean by like monthly payments. If you're working all the hours you can and there's no more hours for you to squeeze in a day, bring somebody in. Yes, you're going to have to give away a little bit. That's another big one. You've got to give away some of your income. You have to. It's as simple as that. But you know what? The way I see it, if I had to give away £2,000 a month to a trainer, but that means I can now make another 60, 80, 100 to 120 grand a year, I'm fucking doing it. I'll do that all day long. Would you not invest 30 grand in a trainer that you're going to increase that by 4 times? It's a fucking no-brainer. So that's really helped us hit multiple six figures, and it's not fucking bullshit. It's possible. You just have to make sure that you've got your shit together. It's as simple as that. Believe in who you are. Believe in what you do. Don't copy the trainer up the road. Don't devalue yourself by going, it's okay, I'll have to cut myself down to £15 now because the trainer up the road's doing 20. Fuck him. Go above him. Go above her. Offer a higher end. You will be amazed at how many people in your area are not looking at you because you're charging £20 an hour. They're just not taking you serious. And I don't care where you live, what you do, what your area is. If you're in a low affluent area and you're in a poorer area, then fucking set your business up in the next town. Move half an hour, move 45 minutes, to go drive an hour. Don't close yourself off and be so freaking limited that you think, I can only do this. This is my domain. This is where I am. I only want to work 5 minutes from my house. If the next town across, people are on more money and it's more affluent, then that's where you got to set up your business. If it means you've got to drive 45 minutes to get there, then fucking do it. It depends how serious you are about this. Most personal trainers aren't that serious. It absolutely fucking makes me laugh when I get messages from trainers saying, this is my situation on this, and you just think, and I ask a question, so what's your next town along? Oh, it's pretty much the same. What's your next town along? Oh, it gets a bit better. Where's your better area? Well, it's about 45 minutes away from here. They already know that information, so why the fuck aren't they doing it? Why have you not set that business up over there? Why are you limiting yourself? It just, if you're in business, whether you're in the personal training business, massage business, cutting hair, fucking building houses, whatever it is that you're doing right now, it's your business. You make the rules. Sort your shit out, and when you sort your shit out, you will start making more money. It's not about how much you make, it's how you make it. Quoting Gary Vee, all right? So it's how you make it. So you make the rules up. You want to have your business so strong and so systemized that you could literally turn around to anybody and say, right, I'm going to go away for 3 months. Here's my business. You should, if you keep doing what I've been doing, you will make money. That's it. Or your systems should be to a point where people can literally go, step in, take over, and run it for you. It's a fucking no-brainer. I can't emphasize that enough. The other thing that people do not consider, they're making money, they're doing really well, and everybody's lardy and doing fucking spending money on holidays and shit. Mr. Stephen Power, right? But that's cool. That's good. It's what you should, that's fruits of labour. You should be doing that. But a business is really, it can provide you with an income. It can provide you with a nice income. That's awesome, right? But what about if you want to sell that business? What's that business worth to somebody else? If somebody comes along and like I know a lot of trainers who do I know the trainers who take a lot of cash, spend a lot of cash, keep a lot of cash, have a little bit of cash in my pocket. Always got to make sure I got some cash so I can buy some bling, right? Look, fucking cash is useless to a businessman. Useless. You can't do anything with it. You can only spend it on eating out and getting pissed. That's the only fucking two things you can spend it on. Because if you're getting cash and you're spending it on holidays, cars, fucking clothing or anything like that, you better have fucking receipts, because if you get a tax inspection, you're fucked. Because he will come along and he'll go, how'd you pay for your car? How'd you pay for your clothes? Where'd you get them shoes from? That's a nice watch. You better have fucking receipts. So don't take cash. Sort your business out. You want to have a business that somebody could, if you wanted to sell it in 10 years' time, you can turn around to somebody and go, here's all my books. It's no good going, hey, do you know what? 60 grand on the books, but I take 40 in cash. Your business is worth 60, because the guy's no idiot. I would not buy somebody's business if he went, there's 40 in my pocket and 60 in the bank. I'm judging his business and what's in the bank. Yeah? Again, it's a business of substance. It's having something that you've invested your time, effort and money in. Remember, you're the one getting up every day and banging out the fucking hours and picking up the clients and doing and stressing about clients coming in, clients leaving, everything. If you have systems for when clients leave, so you've got a follow-up, give them time to they've left, give them time to lose their way a little bit, then hit them. Have you got a follow-up system? Do you know what your follow-up system is? Is it a phone call? Is it a text? Is it an email? If you don't have them systems in place, you're falling down. You're losing clients. You're losing touch with them. I hope this all makes sense. I really do. I really appreciate a lot of the comments that you guys have put underneath. I would read them through, but I'm afraid to touch my phone and switch everybody off. Not really a tech person, but I hope that's been useful, guys. If you would like me to do more live streams on the business side of things, I'm not going to get into the arguments and the things about PTing generally and programming and stuff like that, but I'm more than happy to go through the business. I'm more than happy to show you how we can add £3,000-4,000 at any one time to our business with some of the programs. Some of the kind of like systems and the funnels that we use. We can even break down how we do our referrals, how we get clients to talk about us, all that kind of stuff. I'm happy to do that. I did get a question actually from Eliza Bingham. Now Eliza lives in Australia. She kind of does a coaching program for people who are in gyms to help them, who are in gyms, increase their income, increase their business. So, if you guys are working in a gym right now, it's been ages since I worked in a gym. You can ask me a question, I'll try and answer them, but Eliza's got a lot more knowledge on that. But she asked me a question saying, what's been the most attractive lead magnet to build your list? Just launched an online 6-week body project, low end, and she wants to build it to a huge list of women and then upsell her retreats. Do you know what? Very smart. Bringing people in on low end. Hold on. I've shut the door. So bringing people in on a low entry fee is really awesome, especially if you qualify them leads. And what I mean by that is they know exactly what they're getting. So your landing page tells them exactly what they're getting. That's really, really powerful part. It stops you sitting on the phone trying to fucking sell. Are you sure? What you're going to get? You're going to get this, and you're going to get that, and you get it. No, they should know all that shit. The only thing you should be saying is, when can you start? Can I take your credit card? That's it. So, and the low entry ones work really well. The only thing I would advise is, and be careful of, is that the kind of people that you get. Because if they're buying in at, say, 25, 30, 40 pounds, and then your hope then to sell them something that's worth 400, 500, 600 pounds, that's a hard sell. I'm not saying it's impossible. It's definitely doable, but it's a little harder. So I would always be running a couple of campaigns. So for us, our lower end product is semi-private. So when I want to launch my semi-private, I knew I wanted to get away from large groups. I knew I want no more large group shit because there's no value in it. Yes, you can make a lot of money, and I know there's guys out there doing large group training, but you know what? It's that yo-yo. It's that up and down. Like, you've got 10 members in, then you've got 15 members in, then you've got 9 members in, and and it changes with the wind. That used to piss me off because I couldn't, and the reason was because I couldn't get that service to 50 people in a class. I couldn't. As much as we tried, we just couldn't. So I decided I want to just have private and semi-private, so we know the names of everybody, we know what they do, where they do it, who their family is, who their kids are, when they get married. We know all that shit, and that was really important to us. So when I wanted to launch our semi-private, I basically did a buy one get one free. We spent £387 on Facebook advertising. We were selling it for buy 6 get 6 free, £100, and we signed up 54 people off that, which was nice. But remember, if anybody knows anything about business, that's your front end sale. You make money on your back end sale. So how many of them people stayed after that? Of course, you're going to get the bargain hunters that have only joined you because, and this is the thing about low end, you're always going to get the ones that come out and go, ooh, but they'll have no intention of being committed to you. They'll have no intention of sticking around. They're going to, in the minute the train up the roads offers the new shiny thing at a cheaper price, you know they're going to go. So out of the 54 people we signed, we had a couple of people drop off immediately, because you do. It's a bit of a shock to them. They go, shit, I can't put up with this, and they leave. We signed 38. So 38 stayed after that, which was, I personally think it's not bad. But since then, obviously, we've grown it. So we've got 8 groups running right now. All have 7 to 8 people per group. So it's going well. So what would I say the most attractive lead magnet was for us? Definitely when you do a buy one, get one free offer, it definitely floods the market. You then have to siphon off the ones that are only coming out the woodwork to just get the offer. That's going to happen. But as long as they have a good experience, it doesn't really matter. And we make sure that everybody leaves with a good experience. Even those that leave within the first week, we give them a call, and we generally get I wasn't expecting it to be so tough, or I wasn't expecting to do weights, or I wasn't expecting, and you go, that's absolutely fine, no problem at all. Even though it clearly stated it on the fucking sales page that they signed up for, you just have to allow for that. So my lead magnet would be, if you can make a special offer, so something that's going to entice that person in. It doesn't have to be buy one, get one free. It could be whatever you want, but get them in. Make sure you send them to a good sales page that clearly states exactly what they're going to get, when it runs, how it's going to work, what it's going to cost. I generally, again, I'm not getting into the argument of whether you should or shouldn't. I personally don't have prices on my website. I like people to fill out a form so I can speak to them and get to know them a little bit more. Because the way I see it, it's like nobody would just phone up, I could say, send me a 40-inch TV. They would go and see, or at least check it out online, or phone up and find out the questions, right? So, and that should be the same as personal training. If you're putting your price online, you're going to find somebody who's going to come along. They're not going to understand what you do and how you do it. As awesome as you are at writing copy, you could be fucking amazing copywriter, but nothing's going to beat you speaking to them and telling them how you can help them change their entire life and how effective your programs are. It's so much more powerful. Again, though, when you're doing funnels and you're just literally trying to flood new groups or stuff like that, I would make sure that your sales page is qualify everybody. So the minute they land on there, they can see how it's going to work, what they're going to get, when it is, and how much it is. And that stops them phoning up and going, how much is it in the first 2 seconds? All right, it stops that. You literally get, all right, you're not going to get like, 1,000 people apply for it. You might get 60, but them 60 already know the price. So the sales part is fucking easy. Okay, so make your sales as easy as possible. You can make them as difficult as you want by giving very little information, getting on the phone and spending 45 an hour with everybody trying to fucking sell them. Or you can make it really easy and do that. That for me is a no-brainer. Just do it. Facebook ads. I know we're going over a little bit off tangent here, but my wife's watching EastEnders. I can't fucking watch that shit. Facebook ads. Don't be concerned by your amount of reach. Now, I know John's probably watching this at the moment, and that's cool, and he probably would or would not agree. But don't worry about your reach. I get people who are going, oh yeah, but if I do that, my reach goes down from 50,000 people down to 10,000 people, and I'm not. It's not about how many fucking people you reach; it's how many people you qualify. So really target your ads. At the bottom of your Facebook ads, you can target it. You can actually really put in who you're looking for. So yeah, you know what? Your ad might only go out to like 1,000 people, but that's 1,000 people who are interested in what you have to sell, rather than 50,000 fucking people who just go, because they once looked at bodybuilding, or they once looked at physique, or they once looked at fat loss. Okay? Don't. Just really refine your audience. So it's the same way every time I say to people, I would rather speak to 20 people who want to listen, want the knowledge and want to act, rather than speak to 100 people where 80 of them aren't fucking interested in what you have to say. They're just there. Okay? I in the nicest way, I ain't got time. So like right now, we've got 3 live viewers at the moment. I'm sure there's people been dropping in, dropping out, but I don't know how many of you guys have actually watched this from the beginning. If you have, you're awesome, and I appreciate it. But there's 200 people in this group. Why is it not 200 people? I know people are busy, I get that, but why? It's free advice. There's been some good advice. I've had people say great advice, which is really cool. The way I built my business, actioning free shit. Paul Mort stuff right back years ago. He gave, and still does, give awesome advice. But it's only fucking good advice if you actually act on it. Bedros Keuilian that I went to see in 2009, completely, that guy fucking changed my entire fucking business. But I've never paid him a penny. I've bought some of his products, yeah. I've bought some of Paul Mort's products, yeah, of course I have. But I've never actually give them like copious amounts of money. Because they give a lot of that stuff already. You just have to fucking action it. It's as simple as that. How many of you have got like hard drives with like every fucking PDF of every business thing that you've ever come across, and how much of you have you actually fucking actioned? It's not rocket science, guys. Why myself and people like Kevin Walker and some of the other guys out there that are doing well in this industry, the thing that separates us from other people is the fact that we're fucking actioning. We're doing. We say we're going to do it, and we do it. That's it. That sitting around and writing out fucking pieces of paper is great, but it's only great if you actually action what it is you're going to do. So, how many of you right now have done that? How many of you have actually got books where you've got all your plans, what you're going to do, when you're going to do it, how you're going to do it? They're just words. They're just ink on paper. Ink on paper won't pay your bills. Okay? Sort that shit out. Get your stuff out there. Everything that you do. So right now, any of you guys that are watching right now, I really want you to go back to your notes, go back to your things that you said you were going to do, and fucking do it. And this week, for the rest of this week, I'd like just drop in little smiley faces. You don't have to go into great details, just a little smiley face in this group, and I will know that means that you've actually gone away, and a lot of that shit that you've been thinking about doing and planning, you've already fucking started doing it. And yes, Luke, if you're watching, that includes asking the girl out. Stop being a pussy, ask her. Right, so that's it, guys. I hope that's been good for you, and if you want me to do any more, if there's anything that you want to know particularly, please fucking just ask, and I'll do the shit all the time, because I can't fucking watch EastEnders, honestly. Fucking hell. So, alright, have an awesome evening, and I'll speak to you soon. Take care.